I can hear you, but I can't hear Ashley.
Can you hear me? Hello, everyone, and welcome inside the Chrysler Center on the campus of the University of Michigan. I'm Ashley Bueller, joined alongside my sister Brittany, and we've got an exciting competition ahead of us today to kick off the 2022 NCAA gymnastics season. The Georgia Dim Dogs are in town to take on the reigning NCAA champions, the Michigan Wolverines, and it's going to be a fun one. Brittany, what can we expect from these two teams today?
Well, these are two programs who have NCAA titles to their name. Georgia has built a legacy for themselves with 10 NCAA titles, the most of any team in NCAA history. But they've kind of struggled in recent years. They're coming off of their lowest team finish since 1983, after finishing the season 18th last year. So they're going to be looking to put last season behind them and start the season off fresh. They're really going to be relying on some of their top athletes, like senior Rachel Bauman and Megan Roberts, as well as junior Haley Dion. Megan Roberts is the #1 returning scorer on bars for Georgia, and all of the career highs that she set last season, so she's definitely on a roll. Rachel Bauman is the #1 returning scorer on beam for the Jugs. We will be seeing her on beam today, but unfortunately not on the other events due to a sprained elbow, but she's definitely one that you're going to want to keep your eyes on for the rest of the season.
Michigan, on the other hand, is coming off a record-breaking season where they won the NCAA title, of course, for the first time in program history. They did that with a program record score and actually broke 7 other records last season, and returning a lot of key contributors like Natalie Wojcik, Sierra Brooks, and Abbey High School. These three have career highs of 995 or higher on nearly every event, and when you look at Michigan's history at the NCAA championships, those three put up the top 3 scores in program history last season en route to winning that historic NCAA title. So Michigan is in good hands again this season, and looking forward to seeing what both these teams do tonight to kick off the season. We're going to go ahead and give you the lineups for rotation 1. Michigan will be starting on the vault. They will be starting off with Reina Gugino in the leadoff spot. Natalie Wojcik will be second, followed by Abbey High School, Naomi Morrison, Sierra Brooks, and Gabby Wilson. Georgia will be on the flip side, starting on bars. They will be led off by Amanda Cashman, followed by Abby Ward, Katie Finnegan, Emily Shield, Haley Dion, and Megan Roberts in the anchor position.
If this is your first time tuning into an NCAA gymnastics meet, we want to give you a rundown of how the competition is going to work. So there will be 6 athletes up on each event with 5 scores counting, so they can drop the lowest score. The home team, which is Michigan, will be starting on vault, rotating to bars next, then the balance beam, and then floor. Georgia will be on the flip side of that, so they'll be starting on bars, then going to vault, then floor, and then finishing on the balance beam.
So we've got just a few seconds left here before we get started. One thing to pay attention to on vault for Michigan is start values. They have a full lineup of 10 start values. Of course, like Brittany just mentioned, only 6 can compete in the lineup, but they've got plenty backed up, ready to go, and this team is really stacked on this event this season.
Yes, absolutely.
Teams having lineups of 10 start values is becoming more and more common ever since the NCAA devalued the Yurchenko full from a 10 to a 995. They did it back in 2015. It gives gymnasts more time to learn the Yurchenko 1.5 or any other 10 start value before they come to college, and that way when they arrive on campus, they can really bring the most to their team, and there's more incentive to do it now. And really, a lot of the teams out there now, they really need a full 10 start value lineup to stay competitive with the top teams in the nation. So it's nice to see Michigan bringing that, especially this early in the season.
Absolutely. So first up, we have Reina Gugino, a sophomore.
This is going to be a Yurchenko 1.5. Really nicely done. Stuck landing. What a way to start the 2022 NCAA gymnastics season. Wow. And what's really impressive about Reina is that she learned that vault last season, and she came out at Maryland, debuted it for the first time on a competition surface, and got a 995. So no big deal.
She has a career high of 995, which she did twice actually. So very impressive to have that as your leadoff vault.
Moving over to bars for Georgia, this is Amanda Cashman in the leadoff spot. Opens up there with the Tkachev. And then Bale to handstand. And finishes with a double layout. Pretty good routine to get them started. Might have been a slight movement of the foot on that landing, but really a solid routine to get them going. We will keep you guys updated on scores as they come in. We're still waiting on that score for Reina Gugino.
Up next for Michigan, on the wall this evening, Natalie Wojcik.
Next up, we have Natalie Wojcik, the senior. She's going to be doing another one of those Yurchenko 1.5s.
And a beautiful vault, great form in the air, just that hop forward on the landing. But really a pretty good vault. And that's following the 9-9 from Reina Gugino in the leadoff spot. Still waiting on that score for Amanda Cashman, the leadoff for Georgia on bars. Looks like the score just came in now. It's a 9-7-2-5 for Cashman. Up next, we'll have Abby Ward. We talked to Coach Courtney Kupets-Carter this morning, and she told us that Abby typically hasn't been a bars competitor, really gets nervous, and actually decided to stop training bars. But then last season they had a few people go out with injuries, and she took the initiative to put her grips back on and start training bars again, and wanted to do it for her team. Pretty good routine there to step back on that landing.
Yeah, and a couple missed handstands, so not her best, but it's early on in the season, and they'll have time to kind of work out some of those kinks as they go along, so.
And she's definitely someone to look for, you know, as the season goes on. Courtney said that when she doesn't overthink it, she can be one of the best in the lineup.
This is Abbey High School here.
Pretty good vault, small hop forward on the landing, but honestly, one of the most technically perfect vaults being done in the NCAA. In my opinion, there's been many points in her career where she's deserved a 10, but I have a feeling it's coming sooner or later. But that's going to be another big score for Michigan. That follows the 9-8-5 from Natalie Wojcik.
And next up on bars, we're going to have Katie Finnegan from Keeds Park, New York. She is a sophomore. She has a career high of a 9.85 on this event.
Before coming to college, she was actually a state champion on this event. She did that twice. Just waiting on the judges here.
Yes, a little bit of a delay.
That's one of the more challenging parts of a competition, is waiting for the judges. You never know how long they're going to take to come up with that score for the gymnast before them, so it's kind of a waiting game.
Yes, and it's the first meet of the season for the gymnasts, but the coaches as well, and the judges, so
yeah, exactly.
Everyone's getting used to this.
Opens with the Ray. Great height on that. That's one of the key things the judges are looking for on bars. You want to see good height on the release moves. Pack salto. A little bit of a leg separation. And the judges may not be able to see that from the angle they're sitting on. They're sitting on the side of the bars, so it kind of depends. But if they see it, they're definitely going to take it. And a full twisting double tuck. Oh, I don't know if you count that as a stick or not. It was pretty close. Really need to press down and hold it a little bit longer, but a pretty good routine.
Next up, we're going to have sophomore Naomi Morrison. She's following Abbey High School's 9-9.
And Naomi is fantastic on this event. This is going to be another Yurchenko 1.5. Such clean form. About a 10th hop on that landing. But Michigan's looking pretty good for the first meet of the season. Again, we mentioned the 10-0 start values. That's impressive in itself. And to be looking this great, form-wise, landing-wise, that's a very good thing for Michigan. Naomi actually has a career high of a 9.975 on this event, so capable of near perfection. We're still waiting for the score for Katie Finnegan on bars. Again, those judges taking their sweet time over there.
They are.
The score for Naomi Morrison is a 9.825. So some key things to look for on bars while we wait for the judges. I mentioned the height on the release move, soaring wave above bar. Judges are also looking for hit handstands, that vertical position, right on top of the bar. Clean form on all release moves and transitions. And of course, the all-important stuck landing at the end of the routine. It's the last thing the judges are going to see and the first thing they're going to remember, so it's really important.
This is Emily Shield. She's a super senior.
Really is beautiful on this event. You see the pointed toes, really great lines. And if there's one area she struggles, it's usually the dismount. I did see her stick one in warm-ups. Double layout. There she goes. Great landing. She looks happy with that one.
And she's someone who had ongoing knee issues throughout her entire career, so to see her go up and hit like that is huge.
Absolutely. Up next for Michigan will be Sierra Brooks on vault. Has a career high of 9.975 on this event. Done that 5 times. A tad bit short. Yeah, you see that step back. Was slightly under rotated. I think she was really trying to go for that stick. But still going to be a pretty good score. It was really clean in the air and good distance from the table and good height as well. Those are all important aspects of the vault. Want to update you on the score for Katie Finnegan. It was a 9.8 for her bar routine. Just waiting on that score from Emily Shield. Score is in now for Emily. It's a 9.85.
Haley is a junior from Vancouver, Canada. She has a career high of a 9.925 on this event, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, just couldn't get her hand around that bar on that release move. She's going to go and rechalk her grips up, kind of regroup, and then remount the bar. And remember, they can drop a score on each event, so they already have a 9.2 225 from Abby Ward that they were hoping to drop. And this routine is definitely not going to help Georgia's case. Just wants to finish this routine strong. Hopefully get a stick on the dismount. She has a really nice double layout and a pretty good landing. A little bit of movement there, but beautiful in the air.
Competing next for Michigan, now Gabby Wilson.
Next up, we have Gabby Wilson. She's following Sierra Brooks' 9.9.
And this is a huge vault. Yurchenko 1.5, so much power. A step forward on the landing, but wow, that was a big vault. Really got a good push off the table and was able to get it way up in the air. And vault's always a nice event to start the competition on. It's really quick, one and done. You got some adrenaline going at the beginning of the meet, and you can use that to your advantage. Michigan's already at a 49.375 without Wilson's score. Looking to drop the 9.825 from Naomi Morrison.
And she gets a 9.875. So that was a huge start for Michigan. 49.425. Right on par with what we would expect from them.
Absolutely, especially this early on. The score for Haley Dion is in an 8.925. So that's definitely the
be the one
score.
to drop, and hopefully.
Absolutely,
We have one
yeah.
more competitor to go. It's Megan Roberts. Megan is beautiful on this event. She has a 9.925 career high from last season. Let's see what she can do here today.
Really nice Maloney for her transition between the bars. Bailed a handstand. Pretty good. And a double layout with the stuck landing. Great way to finish off the rotation for Georgia. A couple routines in there that wasn't exactly what they wanted, but you know they came back strong and finished it well.
And that's the most important thing, too, is being able to bounce back after those mistakes.
Absolutely. Now we have an exhibition performance from Jenna Mulligan. So this isn't going to count for the team's overall score. Just for her to get some experience and a very nice vault, Yurchenko full. So that's valued out of a 9.95. But really pretty good. Really kind of flared it out in the air and just had the hop on the landing. But she's capable of doing a Yurchenko 1.5. She actually used to do that in her JO career. So in the future, maybe that's something we'll see. All right, so we're going to head to break, and we'll update you with scores. And Michigan's going to go to bars, and Georgia will be headed to the vault. Welcome back inside the Chrysler Center. Want to update you on the scores after rotation 1. Michigan put up a 49.425 on the vault, while Georgia put up a 48.425 on the bars. Some highlights on vault. Reina Gugino to start the rotation off. Stuck her vault cold, 9.95. Absolutely beautiful, and what a way to kick off the rotation in the whole NCAA gymnastics season. Abbey High School was another highlight, a 9.9 as well. Just impeccable form, beautiful vault. And then Sierra Brooks was another highlight as well. A 9.9 for this vault as well. Really just some top-notch vaults. So we got just a few seconds left here to begin the second rotation. Michigan again will be on the bars, led off by Abbey High School. Abby Brenner will be second, Naomi Morrison third, Gabby Wilson fourth, Sierra Brooks fifth, and Natalie Wojcik will be in the anchor position. And then Georgia will be over on the vault, led off by Haley Dion, Amanda Cashman, Michaela McGee, Abby Ward, Rachel Lucas, and then Megan Roberts will be in that anchor position. So a big difference that we're going to see from Michigan to Georgia is the 10-0 start values. Georgia's not going to have as many as them, at least at this point in the season, dealing with some injuries. So this is a Yurchenko full, and a great landing, honestly as good as it can get on the landing. Just a little bit of a pike in the air. The judges are going to hit her for that, but a pretty good vault.
Yeah, just about finished. Next up on the bars, we have Abby Hensel. She is phenomenal on this line. The best bar I've ever seen in the tonight.
Beautiful handstand right on top of the bar, and the toes. Just a beautiful bar swinger. Straddled Jaeger for her single bar release move, and then she's going to do a packed salto down to the low bar. I love how she keeps her legs glued together. Really doesn't give the judges much to deduct. Giant full into a tuck double back, and gets a stuck landing. Great routine.
Next up, we have Amanda Cashman, following Haley Dion, 985.
And came in a little bit crunched on the table, had bent arms, and really couldn't get the push that she needed to be able to generate the height to get that to her feet. The block is critical on the vaults. Really want to get your arms straight and push through your shoulders to get that height and to be able to put it up high in the air and twist it and find that landing. The score for Haley Dion on vault in the lead-up spot, 9.825.
Next up, Michigan is Abby Brenner, following Emily, 9.875. Great email score.
Abby Brenner, the senior from Maple Grove, Minnesota, has a career high of a 9.95 on this event. She actually did that her freshman year. Opens up with a straddled Jaeger, connected directly into an overshoot. Maybe a little bit short on that handstand. Judges want to see it right up on top of the bar. But a double layout with a stuck landing. Michigan has glue on their feet, I think. Really good with the stuck landings. Abby Brenner is one of the 3 captains for the Wolverines this season. She's actually in her second year as a captain. Really great leader for the team, has good energy in the gym and on the competition floor. We talked to her earlier in the year, and she said last season when she was injured, she really felt like she grew as a person. Couldn't be out on the competition floor, but really changed her perspective and learned how to lead from the bench, if you will. And you can really see that when she's out on the competition floor. That's one thing I love about Abby Brenner. Whether you're in the gym or on the competition floor, you can always see her cheering for all her teammates and really keeping that energy high.
Next up, we're going to have following an 8.75 for the next match. That's the corner, don't want to drop.
And Michaela McGee goes for the Yurchenko 1.5. That's something we weren't sure about. We talked to Coach Courtney Kubetz-Carter this morning, and she wasn't sure either what vault she was going to do. Was going to warm up the full and the 1.5 and see how it went. I think the plan was to go for the Yurchenko full, but nice to see she went all out with the difficulty and did the Yurchenko 1.5. Beautiful Ginger release move, keeps her legs pasted together. Michigan's got a stick train going on bars. Let's see if Naomi can keep it going. Dismounts with the double layout. Beautiful routine. I just can't get over her Ginger. It's so beautiful. A lot of times when gymnasts do that skill, you see the legs come apart a little bit. Not Naomi. Absolutely beautiful. So Abby's going to do a little bit of a different style vault, a Suk full. We've seen all Yurchenko styles so far. Really good. Just a small hop on that landing. That vault's difficult, a little bit harder to get the height that you need off the table because of that entry. It's almost like a cartwheel onto the table as opposed to the Yurchenko where you're going backwards. It can fully push through both shoulders to get the height, but she does it pretty good.
Yeah, this is an event that Courtney Kubetz-Carter feels like is a strong event for Georgia this season. They finished the season last year 11th on this event, and definitely have the potential to have a full lineup of title star values eventually.
Yeah, they have a couple athletes who are kind of working through some injuries or trying to get more consistent. Soraya Hawthorne being one of them. Normally does the Yurchenko 1.5. Currently not in the lineup at this point in the season, but maybe a little bit later on. Over to bars now, we have Gabby Wilson. And she's actually training a different release move, training a toe on Tkachev, just a Pike Jaeger there. Caught a little bit close to the bar. You see the bent elbows when she caught. But keeps the routine going. That's important to do when you're on the bars. You want to have a continuous flow and rhythm to your routine. Just gearing up for that dismount. Double layout. And a beautiful landing. Looked like she took a small hop in place, but great routine. Yeah, but a pretty good vault. Small slide back on the landing. Didn't get as good of a block off the table as she normally does, but perhaps trying to control that power a little bit because, like you said, she can do a much more difficult vault, a whole nother full twist. So kind of trying to rein in that power a little bit. But she's a very powerful athlete, and, you know, in the past, she's been an all-arounder for Georgia, has done very, very well. Courtney Kubetz-Carter said that this season, just senior year, they're really just focusing on vault and floor. They really need her on those events. Those are her strengths, and want to get the most out of her on those events. So kind of trying to rein it back a little bit. Really nice piked Jaeger. That's one of the requirements on bars, as well as a transition like that. Failed handstand. And that also fulfills their turning requirement on bars. And full twist and double layout dismount. Normally sticks that, but beautiful in the air, just a small hop on the landing today.
Following the 9.775. Expected to do a 1.5.
And a really good vault for Megan. Tiny little hop on that landing, and maybe a little bit of bent legs in the air, but really one of the better vaults that we've seen from Georgia today.
Megan has a career high of a 9.95 in that event, so not going to be quite that today, but still be a really good score.
Score in now for Sierra Brooks on bars, a 9.85.
And that was following the 9.925 from Daddy Grace.
Absolutely incredible, and they're going to finish the rotation off with Natalie Wojcik, and she's absolutely stunning on this event. Hasn't gotten a 10 yet, but in my opinion is very much capable of it. That's a Delchev. Soars way up in the air on that. Not many people in college gymnastics are doing that release move, and Natalie does it beautifully. Really great final handstand to go into this dismount. Double layout, stuff landing. Natalie Wojcik, beautiful routine. That is going to be a huge score. And the crowd here in Chrysler likes that one, as they should.
Score for Megan Roberts is 9.9.
That's definitely going to be the highlight of Georgia's rotation, that 9.9 vault for Megan Roberts. All right, we are going to close out rotation 2. When we come back, Michigan will be on the beam, Georgia will be on the floor, and we'll update you on scores when we come back.
Competing first this evening for Georgia, Lorenzo Sides, Alyssa Perez Melonic.
Okay, we are back. Naomi Morrison just finished up her beam routine. We've been having some technical difficulties, so we apologize for that. Brittany's mic is not working, so we're just doing our best here. The scores after rotation 1, Michigan has a 9.89 to Georgia's 9.7.525. And looks like we have a little bit of a technical difficulty on the floor with the music. Alyssa Perez Lagones is going to be leading Georgia off on floor. But she's getting the crowd pumped up. She's clapping, kind of getting the energy behind her. Love that. While we're waiting for her, I will share that Coach Courtney Kupets-Carter said that she has been dealing with a little bit of an injury and has been training floor now for a couple weeks, but this is the first, she only did one complete routine before coming here today, so Really going to be looking to see how well she performs. Not really having the endurance behind her. That's something that Coach Courtney mentioned might be a slight concern, but she said Alyssa is confident and she really wanted to go out there and compete today, so she's going to give it her best shot. And as you can see, Alyssa is a great performer, really in her element on this event. Courtney says she just may be the best performer in Georgia history. Really brings life to this event. Really nice double pike to open the routine. Showed great control on that landing. Really strong combination tumbling past there and having fun with this routine. Wouldn't expect anything less from Alyssa. She has a career high of 9.875 on this event. She did that twice last season. And final tumbling pass, double tuck, a little bit short on that landing, actually quite a bit short. Saw the chest way down. That's the endurance I mentioned. But pretty good, especially given the technical difficulties that she had at the beginning with the music. So Abbey High School now will be up on beam, following the 9.775 for Naomi Morrison. That was actually her debut on beam. So pretty good start. Abbey High School, of course, how could we forget? Last season when Michigan won that NCAA title, it all came down to her. She needed a 9.85 and went up and hit a beautifully confident routine, scored a 9.925 and clinched the title for Michigan. Really nice cat leap to side aerial. And a switch leap. That's a new leap series for her this season. Big handspring layout, step out, rock solid. That 9.925 I mentioned that she got at NCAA finals is actually her career high on this event. Just the dismount, round off 1.5 twist, and get the stuck landing. Excellent routine. We've come to expect that from Abbey High School on this event. Up next for Georgia on floor, we have Michaela McGee. That's following the 9.7575. 9.575, excuse me, for Alyssa Perez-Lagonas. Beautiful piked full in. And she has Devil Went Down to Georgia as her floor music. I'm sure the crowd in Athens loves this. One and a half punch front. Really clean form in the air. A little bit shy of rotation on that. You see she took the step back. Final tumbling pass, double pike. Again, a little bit short on that. Took the step forward, Again, that's an endurance thing, and as the season goes on, that's something they're going to hopefully improve on. Just needs to get a little bit more repetition. Gabby Wilson up now on beam for Michigan, following the 9.925 for Abbey High School. Gabby Wilson has a career high of 9.975 on this event. Did that at Maryland last season. Beautiful back handspring layout step out series. Absolutely floats that. Makes it look so easy. And a little balance break there. And she's going to dismount with a really difficult dismount, a round off double tuck. A dismount like that requires a lot of power, which Gabby has no problem with. There it is, double tuck, step back on the landing. Good fight in that routine. Haley Dion up now on 4 for Georgia, following the 9.7 from Michaela McGee. And again, the teams can drop a score on each event, so the 9.575 from Melissa Perez-Lagones is ideally going to be the ones they're going to want to drop. Haley opens with a triple twist. Hop on the landing, but really impressive to see that. Clean form in the air. That's a skill that she did before coming to college, but that's new here at Georgia. She hasn't competed that in college in competition. Did do it at Georgia's first look inter squad a couple weeks ago. One and a half to punch front for the second pass. She's having lots of fun with this routine. And that's not easy, to have the endurance to do difficult tumbling, but also have some energy left in you for the dance. Final tumbling pass, double tuck. Really short on that, you can tell from the takeoff. Just didn't get the punch she needed off the floor to get that up in the air and rotate it all the way around. Sierra Brooks now on beam, following the 9.7 from Gabby Wilson. And Sierra is steady as a rock on this event, whether it's in the gym or on the competition floor. It's like she does the same gymnastics time and time again, and knows how to hit under pressure too. In that NCAA finals where Michigan won the title, they had some mistakes, and it really came down to the final 3 routines, and Sierra Brooks was the one that got the momentum going on beam again after the mistakes. It's always good to have an athlete on your team that can hit under pressure. We talked to her about a month ago, and she said when she went up to do that beam routine at NCAA finals, she was like, I'm not coming off. It's just not an option. Love that she had that confidence in herself. Front toss, very solid. She's also going to dismount with a double tuck. Same dismount as Gabby Wilson. And a pretty big hop back on the landing. It's going to be a 10th for sure on that, but a solid routine. Typical solid Sierra Brooks. Megan Roberts up now, following the 9.375 from Haley Dion. So she's going to do a 2-pass 14. Normally does a piked full in as her first pass. Today is going to be doing a front through to double back. Coach Courtney said that they're hoping to work back to pike full in. Very consistent though with that front through to the double back. And that's really what they're looking for at this season, is what tumbling is going to be the most consistent and get you the biggest score. Oftentimes in college gymnastics, we see 3-pass 14s. She's able to fulfill all the requirements in just the 2 passes. She has 3 different saltos, a combination tumbling pass. Finishes with a double pike. Pretty good landing. The leg came up off the floor, showing a little bit of a lack of control. But that's exactly what Georgia needed to pick the momentum back up again on this event.
Competing next for Michigan on beam, Reina Gugino.
Up next on beam for Michigan is going to be Reina Gugino, following the 9.825 from Sierra Brooks. And this is her debut on this event. Was primarily on vault last season, did floor a little bit. But really looks clean on this event in preseason. Her series, back handspring layout step out, beautifully done. Cat leap to side semi. Kind of a lean on that landing. Just the dismount left. 1.5 twist. Really good routine just to step on that landing, but like I said, very first time in the lineup. Very impressive. Okay, up next on floor for Georgia, we have Rachel Lucas. I know Georgia's loving having her back in the lineup. She struggled with injuries throughout her career. Only saw her doing vault in Georgia's first look inter squad a couple weeks ago. Double pike to open. Strong landing. One and a half to punch front for the second pass. Rachel has a career high of 9.95 on this event, so very much capable of big things. Just the final tumbling pass, double tuck. Again, a little bit short on that. That's kind of a theme so far on floor for Georgia, just lacking a little bit of endurance, especially in that final tumbling pass. But that will come with time. As the season goes on, those are the things they're going to be working on in the gym. Up on beam now is Natalie Wojcik. Career high on this event, It's a perfect 10. Front aerial to beat jump. Absolutely beautiful. One thing that I just love about Natalie on this event is her toe point. Maintains it throughout the entire routine. Even on all her skills, she knows how to keep those toes pointed, and that's a really important thing on beam. Triple series. Very nicely done. So confident on this event. Just the dismount left. One and a half twist, a stuck landing. That's going to be a big score. I'd hate to call it 10 so early in the season, but you never know. That was a really good routine.
Competing next for Georgia for exercise, Soraya Alford.
Up now we have Soraya Hawthorne. Career high in this event, 9.95. She did that her freshman year. And another performer on this event that is a lot of fun. Really upbeat and fun, engaging choreography. A little out of control on that double pike, but really clean in the air. Excellent routine, Soraya Hawthorne, and a perfect way to end the rotation from Georgia.
Competing next for Michigan on the beam, Nicoletta Poulos.
All right, we are going to head to a break, and we'll update on scores when we come back. Oh, actually, we're going to stay right here for an exhibition performance on beam from Nicoletta Poulos. So Nicoletta is actually coming back from a wrist injury. And it looks like she's changing her routine up a little bit from what I was expecting her to do. In the preseason was training a no hands beam routine to help alleviate pressure on that wrist. And she's crooked on the series. Good save. One and a half twist for the dismount. Hop forward on the landing, but you know, that's what the exhibition routine is for, just to go out there and get a routine out in the competition setting with the crowd, the cameras, and kind of getting the feel for the competition environment. And that's a routine that maybe down the line we'll see in the lineup.
Begins in 2 minutes. Georgia will be on beam and Michigan will be on floor exercise. This concludes the coach warm-ups. Competing first this evening on beam for Georgia is Michaela McGee. Oh, by now I have it figured out how to make these things so hard to do. If did I be further down this road, I would read the signs that point me to the truth. Every plan don't mean nothing but a cowboy. Somewhere I picked up the soul guitar. All I can say is that I'm sorry. I did kind of careless with your heart. All the headlines. Competing first for Michigan on floor exercise, Reina Giugino. next for Georgia on beam, Katie Finnegan.
Don't think I've ever seen your kind of pretty. Wandering around this midnight lighthouse. You got a look that says you got it all together. So if you don't mind, I'd like to know you better. Take me the long way around your town. Were you the queen with the silver crown? I want the secrets you keep, the sound underneath the diamond I think I just found. Take me the long way around. I'd love to see just where your daddy met your mom. You hand me down 99 Park. Show me the figure dancing floor, the harvest in the door. When the leaves fall from the sky, it's like Sunday night. Take me
Up next for Michigan on floor exercise, Abbey High School. Competing next for Georgia on beam, Soraya Hawthorne. Up next for Michigan on floor exercise, Natalie Roche. Michigan, on-floor exercise, Sierra Brooks. And next competing nominee for Georgia, Emily Shield.
Fans, that concludes tonight's competition. Please remain in your seats as we will recognize tonight's top performers of each event shortly.